Welcome to the AI Opus, or as we like to call it, TEO. I'm Sarah, your resident AI enthusiast, and joining me, as always, is the ever-curious Mike.
Hey Sarah, always good to be here. You know, every day it feels like the AI world just can't get any busier, and then it does. So ready to dive into today's news?
Absolutely. We've got a packed lineup from fresh AI model launches to some pretty big funding moves. Let's jump in with OpenAI. They made some waves with their new GPT 4.1 family of models.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of chatter about that online. What's new with GPT 4.1? How is it different from what we've already seen?
So OpenAI rolled out several variants, GPT 4.1, along with mini and nano versions. The big headlines are improvements in coding, instruction following, and handling much larger contexts, up to 1 million tokens, which is massive for software engineering tasks. Plus, these models are faster and cheaper to use.
That sounds like a pretty big leap. But I also heard something about GPT 4.5 getting the boot.
Good catch. OpenAI is discontinuing API access to GPT 4.5, though it'll still be available for ChatGPT subscribers. The idea is that 4.1 is efficient enough to replace it, especially with the cost and speed benefits. And let's be honest, with competitors like Google's Gemini and Anthropic pushing hard, OpenAI needs to keep innovating.
Got it. So more power, less wait time, and lower cost. Not bad. Speaking of competition, AMD is making headlines too, right?
Yep, AMD just unveiled its next-gen EPYC Venice processor. What's exciting is it's the first high-performance computing chip using TSMC's new 2-nanometer technology.
Wait, 2 nanometer, that's like really tiny, right? Why does that matter?
Exactly. The smaller the nanometer count, the more transistors you can pack into a chip, which usually means better performance and energy efficiency. Plus, AMD announced their 5th-gen EPYC CPUs will be made at TSMC's Arizona facility. That strengthens US-based chip manufacturing, which is a big theme right now.
Which brings us to NVIDIA. They're investing how much in US production?
A whopping $500 billion over the next 4 years. NVIDIA is building AI supercomputers in the US, partnering with TSMC, Foxconn, and Wistron. They're set facilities in Arizona and Texas to manufacture and test their Blackwell chips. This is all about shoring up the U.S. semiconductor ecosystem and reducing reliance on overseas supply chains.
That's a huge move. It's like everyone's racing to build the best AI hardware and keep it close to home.
Exactly. Let's switch gears to Google. They had 2 interesting updates, one from Google Classroom and another from Google DeepMind.
I'm all ears.
First, Google Classroom launched an AI-powered question generator using its Gemini AI. Teachers can input any text and the system spits out grade-specific questions, ready to export to Google Docs or Forms.
That sounds super handy for teachers. Does it actually know what's age-appropriate and relevant?
Yes, that's the idea. It tailors questions to the right grade level so teachers save time and get quality content. Then, over at Google DeepMind, they introduced Dolphin Gemma, which is fascinating. It's an AI model designed to understand dolphin communication by analyzing their sounds, using real-world data from the Wild Dolphin Project.
Wait, so like a dolphin translator?
Kind of. It's optimized for mobile, so researchers can take it into the field and analyze dolphin vocalizations on the spot. It's early days, but it's a big step in animal language research.
That's wild, literally. And speaking of AI performance, Apple's been under some scrutiny lately, right?
Yes, but they're doubling down on privacy. Apple's using synthetic data, basically data generated by AI rather than collected from real users, to train their models. They add a layer of differential privacy, meaning your data stays protected.
So, for something like Genmoji or email summaries, the AI gets better without snooping on my emails.
Exactly. Apple's betting that privacy-first AI will set them apart, especially as they expand these techniques into more products.
Now, Notion also dropped something new, Notion Mail. How's that different from just using Gmail or Outlook?
Notion Mail is built specifically for Gmail users, but integrates with Notion's productivity tools. It offers AI-powered categorization, auto-replies, scheduling, and customizable inbox views. The goal is to make managing emails way less painful and more organized inside the Notion ecosystem.
That would definitely help my inbox chaos. Switching lanes, Texas Instruments debuted new automotive chips, right?
They did. TI introduced the LMH 13000 LiDAR laser driver for object detection, the AWR 2944P radar sensor for better environmental sensing, and new automotive clocks with BAW technology for stability. All of this supports the next generation of safer, more autonomous vehicles.
So more reliable self-driving features and smarter cars.
That's the idea.
Next up is Citizens Financial Group. I wouldn't expect a US bank to be in India's tech news, but here we are.
Right? Citizens just opened its first global capability center in Hyderabad, partnering with Cognizant. It's an innovation hub for IT, data, and analytics, expected to employ 1,000 professionals by 2026. It's part of a larger digital transformation push, and it's getting a lot of local government support.
Banking goes global. Swiggy also made a move outside its usual territory. They launched Ping.
Yes, Swiggy is moving beyond food delivery. Ping is an AI-powered app that connects users with verified professionals in health, finance, education, and more. The AI assistant matches user requests with the right experts, promising a secure, spam-free experience. Right now, they've got over 1,000 pros across 100 specializations.
That's a big pivot. So you can now order a consultation as easily as a pizza.
Pretty much.
Now, X Species AI caught my eye. The founder used to be Ola Electric's AI director?
That's right. Srikanth Vedapanikal has launched X Species AI, aiming to build both the hardware and software for general-purpose robots and humanoids. They want to roll out commercial robots by 2026 and a humanoid by 2027. It's a classic example of industry veterans striking out to innovate in robotics.
So, another player in the humanoid race. The competition's heating up. Speaking of India, EOS Games is making big promises with their new title.
Yes, EOS Games is developing Unleash the Avatar, inspired by games like Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima. It's set in a detailed digital version of Chanderi, an Indian city. The combat system promises to be tough, so Mike, get ready for a challenge if you play.
Challenge accepted. The global gaming scene. Better watch out.
Absolutely. Now, shifting to South Korea, RLD just landed $14.8 million in seed funding, led by Hashed and with support from LG Electronics.
That's a lot for a seed round. What are they building?
RLD is developing a foundational AI model for robotics. Think integrating large language models with traditional robotics software. They want to showcase humanoid capabilities and create a flexible platform for different robotic systems.
Sounds ambitious. DeepGram also had news on the AI voice front, right?
Yes, DeepGram launched Aura 2, a text-to-speech model designed for enterprise use. It boasts very natural-sounding voices, domain-specific pronunciation, and competitive pricing, about 3 cents per 1,000 characters. They claim it outperforms competitors like 11 Labs and OpenAI in user preference tests.
So better customer service bots, more realistic AI assistants?
Exactly. And speaking of customer service, Air India is using Salesforce's Agentforce to automate refund processes.
That's got to be a relief for travelers waiting on their money.
For sure. The automation frees up human agents for more complex issues, and Air India plans to expand this automation to other contact center operations soon.
Nice. Over in China, Jipu is moving toward an IPO, I hear?
Yes, Jipu, backed by Alibaba and Tencent, is prepping for an IPO that could be approved by October. They're positioning themselves as a cost-effective rival to OpenAI, launching AI tools like AutoLM rumination for research and report generation.
That's another sign the global AI race is only getting more crowded.
And that's not all. Let's wrap up with a couple of other stories. First, India's quantum initiative, EPYC, was just unveiled to boost quantum research and foster international collaboration. It's part of India's push to lead in quantum tech.
Quantum computing is still kind of a mystery to me, but I know it's a huge deal for the future.
For sure. Finally, there's growing scrutiny over AI benchmarking, how we compare different models. Recent tests show discrepancies, like Google's Gemini allegedly outperforming Anthropic's Claude because of custom benchmarks, and Meta tuning its models specifically for certain tests. It highlights how tricky it is to compare apples to apples in AI.
So not all benchmarks are created equal. Makes sense. Wow, Sarah, that was a whirlwind tour. So much happening in just 24 hours.
It really is nonstop. Thanks for joining me, Mike, and thanks to everyone listening. If you enjoyed today's rundown, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back soon with more updates from the fast-moving world of AI.
Take care, everyone. Stay curious, and we'll catch you next time on Teo.